Hi guys, and welcome back to another Tech Tutor Thursday video. This week we are going to be learning about Ohio Means Jobs. The Ohio Means Jobs website is full of tons of good information and resources offering things such as practice tests and study materials for college and career tests, adult learning and the GED, financial literacy, and more. They have a resume builder and practice interview resources, information about apprenticeships and internships, resources for veterans, and so much more. Now, because there is so much information on this site, I am not going to be going over exactly how to use everything, but I am going to be showing you guys what all Ohio Means Jobs offers and how to get there. As always, if you want to learn more about Ohio Means Jobs or any library database or resource, please feel free to reach out to me via email or stop into the library to get free one-on-one tech help. Ohio Means Jobs is an incredible resource that is hugely beneficial. So let's get started and learn more about it. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate two different ways to get to the Ohio Means Jobs website. The first way I'm going to demonstrate involves using the library's website. So here I am at cplwcho.org, and I'm just going to come over here to find information. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to scroll down to Premium Research Databases. From here, I'm going to scroll down until I find the Ohio Means Jobs link. These are in alphabetical order, so I'm just going to keep scrolling until I get to the O's. And then I'm going to click Use This Resource. So that link takes us to the Ohio Means Jobs Resume Builder. And to do that, you will need an account. So if you are only wanting to use Ohio Means Jobs to create a resume, this is a good way to go to the Ohio Means Jobs site. You will need to create an account with Ohio Means Jobs to create a resume, but this is a really useful resource, so I do really recommend creating an account because you can take tests, you can save your scores, you can work on your resume, you can search for jobs and save your job search, and you can look up occupations and save all of that stuff to your account, so it is really helpful. If you want to use Ohio Means Jobs for another purpose and you still want to get to it by using the library's website, you would just reach this page and then head over here to this logo in the top left-hand corner. Click on that, and now we are at the home page. Alternatively, if you don't want to go to Ohio Means Jobs through the library website, you can also just come up to your web browser and type in ohiomeansjobs.com, and it'll bring you to the same home page. So however we decide to get to the Ohio Means Jobs website, this is the home page that we will most likely always be coming back to use all the different resources available on Ohio Means Jobs. The home page gives us access to all of these important and useful tools. Some of our options here include in-demand careers, a portal for K12 students, online training, resources for veterans, a budget calculator, career profile, Apprentice Ohio, so many different things. I will say that most of these resources down here do not require an account to use, although like I mentioned before, having an account with Ohio Means Jobs is very helpful. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to go over today is at the top of the home page. So we have this menu here that gives us options for individuals, searching jobs, and then employers. So I am not going to get into the employer option today, instead focusing on the options for individuals and searching for jobs. Although it is worth mentioning that the employer option does allow businesses to post jobs, I believe, for free, as well as search for resumes and candidates. So if we were to click Get Started under the Search Jobs option, this is where we can go to see available job postings throughout Ohio. So we can come up here to the top and specify the job titles we're looking for. We can use keywords, or we can specify by location, and as well as add a radius from which we can commute. So you do not need to fill in each of these search criterias. If you are just looking for different opportunities, you could just put in your location and see what's available in your area. Or if there is a specific job you're looking for, you could enter that as well. So I am just going to type 43160 into the search box and then click search. And so here we have the different job postings in this area and in the surrounding area. So another thing we could do is go ahead and click Save Search and Email Me Jobs. So if you are actively looking for jobs, you could click this link to have this job search and relevant job postings emailed to you at certain intervals, whether it be daily or weekly. If we're looking through our results here, we can click this quick view option to get an overview of the job posting without actually clicking on it. Over here, we have display recommended work keys. So this shows us about what scores from your core assessments are recommended for that specific job. And then if we wanted to apply to the job or learn more, we could just click on this link and it would either take us directly to the jobs posting page, or it would take us to another page where we can then click on the link to apply. And now we are going to go over this option for individuals. So this is a really good starting place if you aren't really sure where you should begin on Ohio Means Jobs. Ohio Means Jobs does try to recommend resources and tools based on who you are and what you're looking for. So if I click Get Started here, it is going to show me different categories that I can choose from to get started over here on the left side. So we can choose from one of these options, or we can come over here to explore on our own on the right side of the page. We also have another link to search for jobs right up here. But I'm going to come down here and I'm going to click Get Started on my own. And then it is going to ask me questions about myself to help guide me to the resources that would be most beneficial for me. So I am not going to go through each of these questions, but like I mentioned before, this is a really good starting place if you aren't sure, and it helps make sifting through all of these resources and information a bit easier. In addition to those, while we are on this individual's page, we do see a few more options for resources and tools down here. So there's a lot to go through. But, you know, we have career pathways here, we have practice interviews, school finder, scholarship search, all kinds of things that we can go straight to using this menu down below. Okay, so now we're going to head back up to the top of the page, and I'm going to come back to this logo in the top left-hand corner to reach the home page again. And now we are going to move down the page a little bit, and we're going to explore these options right here. All right, so the first link that we are going to explore is the InDemand Careers link. So I'm going to click on that. And then this is the InDemand Jobs for Ohio. So at the top here, we can filter by region in Ohio, or we can keep it at all of Ohio. We can filter by education required, preferred experience, as well as job category. And then down here, we can see jobs that are currently in demand in Ohio. We can also see median salaries, job growth, employment, as well as openings. So this is a really useful resource if you are looking to switch careers, or you're maybe in high school and you're trying to explore different career options and you want to see what is going to be in demand in Ohio going forward. Next, we have this resource for K12 students. So by clicking on this link, we are taken to this page where we then have several more links to different information and resources that are beneficial for students. So at the top of the page here, some of these resources include career exploration, education assessments and training, financial literacy, budget tools, and financial aid and scholarship resources, career paths and planning, and so much more. Farther down the page, we have resources based on grade levels. And then in the middle here, we have options to take a guided tour, create your online account and backpack to save your information, take a career interest survey, and so much more. Next, we are going to click on this link for online training. So on this first page, we have different links to launch the Ohio Means Jobs core assessments, as well as adult education and literacy learning materials. But what I really want to point out is the Learning Express. So I'm going to click on this link to access Learning Express anonymously. If you have an account and you're logged in, this will appear differently, but the link will still be there. So I'm going to click on this, and then because I am not signed in, it is telling me my test scores won't be saved. So again, I do recommend making an account, but you don't have to. Now, there are a lot of really informative and useful resources on Ohio Means Jobs, but this one might be my favorite. Learning Express offers study materials and practice tests for most everyone. Whether you are a high school student preparing for the ACT, AP, or college entrance exams, or you are an adult preparing for the GED, there's something for everybody, and I highly recommend this resource. So as we can see, we have the Ohio Means Jobs core assessments. We have master core business skills. There are resources for improving your computer skills, preparing for the high school equivalency test, and there's even GED resources in Spanish. We have college test preparation. Like I said, we have the ACT, the AP exam. We have CLEP prep, college placement, graduate school, SAT. We have career test prep. So here we have, Homeland Security, law enforcement careers, legal careers, preparation for the military and nursing. There's so much: real estate, social work, teaching. We also have adult learning resources. So we even have preparation for the citizenship exam. We have the school center for elementary school and middle school students and even high school students, as well as financial literacy. And then we also have this school finder down here. And then we have tools for improving your soft skills in the workplace. So that's pretty cool as well. There really is a ton here. It might take a while to, go through everything. We also have the search bar up here. So if there's a specific test you need to take, and you're not seeing it here, in these options, and you don't really know where to start, you could also type that in here, and you can find it that way. So that's really cool as well. The next thing I'm going to cover is this link right here for veterans. So as you can see, we can search jobs at the top, but then we also have these explore, plan, fund, and find options, similarly to what we had on the page for K-12 students. Down here, we have some resources that are specific to veterans, including military skills translator, military occupation search, licensing, education, and training. And then we also have things such as military-friendly employers, veteran-owned businesses, etc. We have the same sorts of resources right over here. So we have career resources and benefits, licensing, education, and training, and then employment information, all of which is geared towards helping veterans. Here we have the events link. So this takes us to a calendar of things such as hiring events, open interviews, job fairs, workshops, etc. going on throughout the state of Ohio. So that could be a good resource to check out as well. Next, we have a link for a budget calculator. So here we have two different sort of budget calculators and some information about them. So this could be very helpful if you're trying to work on your budget and your financial literacy skills. Okay, so next we have the occupation search. So using this, we can explore different occupations by industry, by keyword. We can do education level, salary range, as well as by degree program. So this can be very helpful for students or job seekers who want to switch careers. You can put in what education level you are interested in attaining and look for occupations that way. Or you could put in what salary range you would like to be in and search that way. Alternatively, you could come to this drop-down menu and select an industry you're interested in, and then you could explore jobs that way. So this is a really cool tool for exploring different jobs and occupations to see what might be of interest to you. The next thing I'm going to point out is this career profile. So we could click on that link if we wanted to answer some questions and do some surveys about ourselves, so that we could get suggestions for career options that match our interests. And then that brings us to this Apprentice Ohio link. So if we click there, we are brought to this separate website where we can learn about apprenticeships in Ohio. So here we have information for career seekers, parents and educators, veterans, and employers. So that could be a really cool resource to check out if you are interested in pursuing an apprenticeship in Ohio. I briefly mentioned the backpack earlier, but next we are going to follow this backpack link. And then this is where we go to make an account, which, like I mentioned previously, I do recommend with this resource. Once you create an account, you can sign in, and then you can click on your backpack to view your test scores, saved jobs, your career profile, all kinds of stuff. So it is really helpful if you are looking for jobs, if you are working on figuring out what career to pursue, if maybe you're looking into going to college. It is really helpful to have this so that you can save all of that information that you need right here in one place. All right, and for our final link on this little menu, we have Ohio Means Jobs Centers. So I'm going to click on that. And then here we have a map of Ohio, and here is where we can come to see different workforce centers throughout Ohio and see which ones might be closest to us. All right, guys, so that wraps up today's video. I hope you found this helpful and informative, and I hope you learned more about Ohio Means Jobs and what all it has to offer. The Ohio Means Jobs website is an incredible resource with so much information and tools to help not only job seekers, but also students and adult learners. Like I have mentioned before, there is a lot of information here, so I do recommend you check it out on your own and explore those resources that will help you reach your goals. And as always, feel free to reach out to me by email or in the library, either during drop-in hours or by appointment, to learn more about Ohio Means Jobs or for help with your other tech questions. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you next week.